There's a girl I love. Her name's Sakura. Well, actually, it's pretty one-sided on my part. Sakura is completely in love with this other guy named Sasuke. She tries so hard, pursuing him and trying to win his love. When she's at it, her smile is just about the cutest thing you've ever seen. I can't explain it, but before I knew it, I was in love with her. Of course, even if I do feel that way, I would never, ever try to force her to love me. So early on, I made up my mind. Just like Sakura always tries so hard to win Sasuke over, I'm gonna try my hardest to win Sakura over.
Wake up to reality. Nothing ever goes as planned in this accursed world. The longer you live, the more you will realize that the only things that truly exist in this reality are merely pain, suffering, and futility. Listen, everywhere you look in this world, wherever there is light, there will always be shadows to be found as well. As long as there is a concept of victors, the vanquished will also exist. The selfish intent of wanting to preserve peace initiates wars, and hatred is born in order to protect love. There are nexuses, causal relationships that cannot be separated. I want to sever the fate of this world. A world of only victors. A world of only peace. A world of only love. I will create such a world. I am the ghost of the Uchiha. For truly this reality is a hell.
In the shinobi world, it's not how you live, it's how you die. A shinobi's life is not measured by how they live, but rather it's measured by what they manage to accomplish before their death. My life has really been full of nothing but failure. Continually rejected by Tsunade, unable to stop my friend, and unable to protect either my student or my mentor. Compared to the great and celebrated deeds of the Hokage, my actions are trifling, insignificant things indeed. I wish that I could have died like each of the Hokage. The tale is only as good as its final turn of events. The plot twist. And mistakes are an important part of the plot too. I've lived my life always believing that the lessons I learned are what honed me. I swore I'd accomplish a deed so great that it would obliterate all my failures. I died, a splendid shinobi. At least that's how it was supposed to go. But this, my plot twist. My tale ending like this. The great Lord Elder prophesied that I would be the one to guide a revolution. A person who will make a great choice that will bring either peace or destruction to the world of the shinobi. I thought I would defeat pain, stop the Akatsuki, and save the world from destruction. But in the end, I failed that too. How pitiful. How sad that this will be the ending twist to the tale of Jiraiya the Gallant. What a worthless story it turned out to be.
In the name of gain and profit for one's nation and village, shinobi have hated and hurt each other for many years, from the first to the third great ninja wars and the conflicts in between. All of that hatred cried out for power, thus I was born. In the past I was hatred, and power, and a Jinchuriki. I hated this world and all its people, and thought about destroying both. But then, A single shinobi from the Hidden Leaf Village stopped me. He cried for me. I was his enemy, yet still he cried for me. And he called me his friend, even though we had battled. He saved me. We were on different sides, but we were both Jinchuriki. Between those who have experienced the same pain, there can be no hate! There are no enemies here now, because each one of us bears the pain of having been hurt by the Akatsuki. Now there is only Shinobi. And if you're still unable to forgive the sand, you can come back and face me after this war is over. The friend I spoke of who saved me is the target of our enemy. If he falls into their hands, our world's finished. I want to protect my friend. And I want to protect this entire world! I am too young and inexperienced to do that. So I ask you, all of you, please lend me your strength for this fight!
Nothing happened. Nothing except for the war. Too many people died in this land. All that pain forced me to grow up. That even innocent, foolish children will grow up in the face of pain. Until their thoughts and beliefs are the same as adults. You are still merely a man. However, I, mired in endless pain, have matured and become much more than a man. Yes, I've grown from a man to a god. And since I'm a god, all my words and thoughts have become absolute. Things that I couldn't see when I was human are clear to me now that I'm a god. And being a god, I realize that there are things I can do which mortal men cannot even dream of. Or to put it more simply, I have evolved beyond man. At last, I'm going to put an end to this senseless, war-riddled world. All of humanity, all the nations will learn what pain truly is. Fear would breed a strong aversion to war. Conflicts would cease. It can be said that this world is still in the process of maturing, that it's still on a path to stability. Pain will make the world grow up, just like it forced us to grow up. In order for the world to develop to the point where it can think and walk on its own, it needs the help of a god's hand. This world is still but a child, you see.
Each of us lives, dependent and bound by our individual knowledge and our awareness. All that is what we call reality. However, both knowledge and awareness are equivocal. One's reality might be another's illusion. We all live inside our own fantasies. Don't you think that's true, Sasuke?
Just what are you trying to say?
That thinking Madara is dead is merely an arbitrary assumption that you've made. In exactly the same way that you once assumed that I was your kind and gentle older brother.
She decided to die at the hands of someone she loved, to protect the hidden leaf. No matter what words you say, to me, the you who could not protect Rin is an imposter. To me, Rin is someone not meant to die. So the dead Rin is also an imposter. Rin is only Rin alive. The shinobi system, the village, shinobi themselves, they created these circumstances. What caused me to despair is this world itself, this counterfeit world. Look at me! There's nothing in my heart. I don't feel pain any longer. There's no need to feel guilty, Kakashi. This hole was opened up by this world of hell. I only had pain inside here before, but really, what's the meaning in that? So I abandoned it all. Meanwhile, you have suffered all this time. at Reen's grave, and mine as well.
You asked me why I'm doing all this. But even if I told you why, I doubt very strongly that the knowledge would change anything at all. What I want is to create peace and bring about justice. Oh, I see. That is noble of you. That would be justice. However, what about my family? My friends? My village? They suffer the same fate as this village at the hands of you, Hidden Leaf Ninja. How is it fair to let only you people preach about peace and justice? Once, the Land of Fire and the Hidden Leaf had grown too big. To protect their national interests, they forced feudal clans to wage war against each other, and profited from it. Otherwise, the people of the villages would have starved. As it happened, our little nation and its villages became the battlefield where the great nations waged their war. Each time they did, our nation was ravaged and laid to waste. After many such battles, the great nation stabilized, but our smaller nation suffered, and it barely recovered. You and I are both seeking the very same thing. We both want to achieve the peace that Jiraiya-sensei envisioned. You and I are the same. We're both motivated by our desire for peace and justice. The justice that I have delivered against the Leaf Village is no different from what you are trying to do to me. Everyone feels the same pain when losing something dear. You and I have both experienced that pain. You strive for your justice, and I strive for mine. We're both just ordinary men who have been driven to seek vengeance in the name of justice. And if one comes to call vengeance justice, such justice will only breed further vengeance and trigger a vicious cycle of hatred. Right now, we live in such a cycle. I know the past and can foretell our future. It is the same as our history. So we believe that human beings simply cannot understand each other, and they never will. The shinobi world of ours is ruled by hatred, and hatred alone. But you see, that is why I formed the Akatsuki, to break the cycle of hatred. So, Naruto, how would you confront this hatred in order to create peace? I want to know what your answer is.
I don't know. I don't have an answer.
Jiraiya-sensei?
Yes, what is it, Kakashi?
There's something I'd like to talk to you about.
Is it urgent? Because I'm kind of busy right now.
I'm sorry to have bothered you.
You know, on second thought, there's nothing more important than students like you. Besides, I know you. You haven't spoken to anyone today, have you? You know, people really should talk to other people every day, even if it's just small talk. Otherwise, their hearts grow dark and sullen. Talking to others builds bonds of friendship and camaraderie. It broadens the mind, and it makes you feel grateful to be alive. That's the kind of creatures we humans are.
It doesn't matter what you use to justify war. Religion, philosophy, resources, land, revenge, love, even a win. No matter how trivial the motive, they're all worthy causes for war. There will always be war. The reason can be found later. Human instinct seeks conflict. In other words, war becomes a necessary evil. In the wake of this, the ninja villages of the 5 great nations will collapse. Have no choice but to use the Akatsuki. Then, and only then, will we
our true goal, which lies just ahead.
World domination.